I am about to tell you the things that are destroying intimacy in your marriage. Now, here's the good thing. This video is going to tell you things you probably didn't know that you're doing because most people are doing these. I see this all the time. And when you are allowing or even fostering or feeding barriers or obstacles to intimacy, man, it just totally destroys the potential awesomeness of marriage. Now, we're not talking about sex, because, well, great sex is an outcome of great intimacy. But intimacy is like total connection, total openness, total closeness. It's everything you want. It's being best friends and keeping the spark and the romance and the love there. It's this deep bond that we all long for and I think deserve and want as human beings, and in marriage this has to happen. But unfortunately, there's all kinds of barriers and obstacles, and we're going to talk about 4 or 5 of the main ones today that I see all the time when I'm working with couples and individuals that I see like, man, you're just living way below your potential and your privilege when it comes to your marriage. Now, you might be saying like, Greg, all right, man, look, my marriage is good, bro. Everything's good. And if it is, fantastic. But I promise there's some things you're still doing that are limiting the depth and breadth of intimacy. And if you'll address these things, I promise this can totally transform your marriage. Every part of it. It is awesome. All right, so here we go. Ready? Number 1, stop being annoying. Now, you probably saw that one coming, right? You're like, well, duh. But it's amazing how couples, whether they've been married for a few weeks or a few decades, still do annoying things. So stop doing annoying things. And usually it's like the ego gets in the way, or you just get stubborn, or that's the way I've always done it, or well, that's who I am, just deal with it. And no, stop. Like, ask your spouse, or you probably already know, man, your spouse probably brought it up a lot. So just say, hey, what is it that and it's not according to you, it's according to her. What does your wife find annoying? It's on her scoreboard, bro, not yours. Find out what's annoying and stop doing it. And honestly, be willing. Like, is that too high of a price to let go of something so that you can have greater intimacy and connection with your wife? Come on, man. Like, do that. Be willing to do all of this stuff we talk about, and watch what it does for your marriage. But think about it. Just ask your spouse, ask yourself, think about, like, pay a close attention. If it irritates her, it's an intimacy killer. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, be responsible for the energy that you bring all the time. Like, I'm talking like your body language, your voice, your gestures, your expressions, like your volume and tone. Like, some of you are downers and drainers. And it's just the overall energy you bring home, or you bring when you wake up, or when you're there around, or when you're in a certain mood. Like, if you get ornery or cranky or unpleasant to be around, or you're just blah, who wants to be married to Mr. Blah? That's lame. Who wants to be intimate and close to this guy? Right? Or Mr. Negativity, or Mr. gripey, cynical, ornery all the time, upset about everything. Nobody wants to be intimate with that guy. So, pay attention and make some shifts, right? Now, again, the whole premise here is that you have the power to choose, and you do. And if you ever question, if you're sitting there right now like, I can't change that. Yes, you can, brother. And it's exactly what I've been doing for decades, literally around the globe, across 5 continents. I have been, just studying voraciously peak performance and how to transform lives. And that's what I do. That's what I get to do every day. And that's why I created my MASTERCLASS for men. That's why I do coaching. It's total transformation coaching. Like, you can I don't care how long you've been doing, what you've been doing, thinking, you can just change all of that, right? But you have to want to. And I can give you the tools and strategies and the training, but you have to want to and realize, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I don't have to be unpleasant. I don't have to keep doing what I've always done. And if I've been bringing a negative energy and it's a downer, change all that. Like just shift it all. Like be the new guy, right? So from the looks you give to, again, the tone and volume, switch that all up. Use your body and your body language to be powerful, to be happy, to be energized, to be confident, and to be sexy. Like don't be the stone man. Right? Some of you are the stone man. You're cold and you're distant and you're hard and you think you're being tough, but you're just totally destroying your intimacy with your wife. All right? That's a good one. So be responsible for the energy that you bring to your marriage. Number 3, stop being mediocre. Okay? Being really, really average is really, really unattractive, right? There's nothing intimate or wonderful or appealing or sexy about just being super mediocre. Really just like everybody else. That's lame, right? And you know it is, and it makes you unattractive to yourself, number 1. And if you don't like yourself, it just gives off this vibe that makes you unattractive. And there's no appeal for intimacy. When you're just cutting corners and just doing the bare minimum, when you're going through the motions, man, people can tell. Your wife can tell, the people you work with can tell, your kids can tell, everybody knows, including you. And when you know that, when you do less than you are capable of doing, it tears you up. And it's a barrier. It's a killer for intimacy. So if you want this kind of marriage, you can't be down here, bro. Right? You can't expect $1 million results with minimum wage efforts. It doesn't work like that. You don't get extraordinary by just really being ordinary. And if you're unattractive to yourself, right? You don't like yourself. It's hard for others to like you. And then, of course, it's not attractive to your wife. So go through every area of your life and just say just be honest. Be like, where am I being really mediocre? And this one, well, as with all of them, this one plays across the board. And you might think it's unrelated. You might be sitting here right now and be like, what, man, that doesn't have to do anything with my wife and or the intimacy, the closeness of every part of our relationship. And yes, it does. Everything affects everything. It totally does. In fact, hey, take the quiz. I created this quiz. It's an evaluation of like how you're doing as a man across your whole life, right? And this is just an honest answer. It's just for you just to look and say, man, how am I measuring up? How am I doing? And this will give you, it's awesome. And you can really just read through the responses there and make the choices, like, and it helps you see, like, are you doing fantastic? Or are you doing really crappy? Or are you just landing right in the middle? And you know you don't want to be there because you're better than that. So again, examine every area of your life and see where am I just taking it easy? Where am I settling and doing less than my best? Yeah. I love this one. Okay, that was super good. One more thought on that. If you think it is expensive to seriously level up, just wait until you get the bill for being mediocre. Man, that one. Boom. Okay. Next. When it comes to love, there's a little bit of confusion. A lot of people have just kind of flipped it. And we've been told, and we tell ourselves, sometimes we even see it like around us or in media or something. We come up with this erroneous idea that real love means my spouse will put up with anything, right? In our heads, we're like, man, if my spouse loves me, they'll tolerate this. That's true love. But it's not. It's the opposite. We've got it all backwards. It's not true love for my spouse to put up with me. That's not love. It's the opposite. True love is for me to take care of my crap so that my wife doesn't have to. Right? I've got to get rid of my idiosyncrasies and my quirks and my annoyances and my weaknesses and my limitations so she doesn't have to deal with them. But most of us go into marriage thinking, oh, marriage, like this is my safe place. This is where I can just be me, meaning this is where I can be my worst. And I can just let everything down and let everybody down, and I don't have to be that great. I don't know why, man. The most special relationship in life. And it often is on the receiving end of our worst behavior. This is crazy. You don't act like that at work. Like you don't act like that with strangers. You treat your wife like that? And you expect her to put up with it? And you call that love? No, flip that, man. Decide today that true love is making the most of yourself. True love is working harder on yourself than you do on anything else because you love her and you don't want her to have to put up with your crap another moment. You with me? Oh, this one's good. And it hurts a little bit, right? And you think, oh, I'll be safe here. That in my marriage, like this is the one place where I don't have to worry about, somebody pushing my buttons and hitting my triggers and, threatening my insecurities. I can be safe here. No, man. What? I can't think of a better place or a better person to push my buttons and find my triggers and find all those things that's causing problems so that I get rid of them. And if it keeps hitting a trigger, guess what? Get rid of the trigger. And if you got all these little thorns, these little wounds you're protecting and oh, don't touch that and don't touch that. Oh, no, that, no, oh. Think how impossible it is to be really intimate, to be close, to be connected, to be really bound together if you're covered with all kinds of triggers and issues. So, brother, take care of your crap so your wife doesn't have to and your kids don't have to. That's true love. That's true love. So, last thing. Be totally willing to reinvent yourself. Yeah, I'm serious. Become the best version of you. Be willing to start from scratch. Be willing to do some zero-based thinking. Be willing to look at yourself super honestly, keep only what's great, ditch everything else, and build on that. Be willing to start over. If you've always been out of shape and overweight and struggle with poor health, start today. Get into the best health of your life and stay there for the rest of your life. If you've just been a stubborn, old, ornery bugger and you just are held on to certain things, let go of them. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters more than true intimacy with your wife and having an absolutely extraordinary marriage. Because when your marriage is on, it's amazing, isn't it? And when it's off, it's miserable. Here's what's fascinating. I've worked with thousands of people across 5 continents. I'm going to be so bold as to say you're not living anywhere near the privileges and the potential of your marriage. So be totally willing to reinvent yourself, right? Start over. To recreate yourself as your best self, right? Too often we're holding on to the old, to the outdated, to the subpar version of yourself, and to be totally honest, there's nothing intimate And nothing sexy about that. That's not awesome at all. And to be willing to start over and to be the person that your wife dreamed you would become, that, brother, is sexy and awesome. So take that in the heart and remove the barriers, right? If you're trying to go down a track, you're trying to climb a path, you're trying to move a project down the road, the first thing you got to do is get rid of the barriers. And there's external barriers and there's internal barriers. Get rid of the barriers and you'll nail the intimacy. And with greater intimacy, everything is better. From your conversations to raising your children, to amazing sex, to great trips and dates and adventures and chasing goals and building an absolutely beautiful life together. So whether you've been married for a few weeks or a few decades, look at yourself honestly, get rid of the intimacy barriers, and make your marriage amazing. Reach upward.